Thank you, Speaker. Labor is forcing regional Australia and Australians to just simply be their repositories of wind turbines and solar panels with their renewables-only energy policies. In my electorate, my communities certainly don't support Labor's proposal for a massive offshore wind farm in Geograph Bay. And I say massive because it is 7,674 square kilometres to power 20 gigawatts of renewable energy. That's what the proposal is. That's at least, when you sit down and look at it, 1,000 wind turbines. And, of course, the height to tip height is 268 metres. In the most amazing part of not just Western Australia, but we think Australia, in Geograph Bay, from Cape Naturalist right through to Mandurah. And I had a look at some of the other largest offshore wind farms. In the UK, the largest one there is a 3.6 gigawatt, not 20 gigawatts, such as the plan here. And the UK version is at Dogger Bank. And they only have 277 turbines, or will when it's completed. But what's being planned, the 7,674 square kilometres offshore at Geograph Bay is almost the total size on land of my whole electorate. That's what's being planned for the southwest of Western Australia. Well, Geograph Bay is an iconic part of Western Australia. It is certainly the wrong place for this massive wind factory, as I call it. And, of course, my communities are definitely not supportive of this. And they are certainly not supportive of being the repository for Labor's renewables-only energy policies. But when we look at what's being proposed, there was a terrible process used that was supposed to be consultation. Well, it was anything but. And the communities reacted really badly to that. And then when we look at what is actually happening in Geograph Bay, I said it's iconic and it is just beautiful. It is the place where both domestic and international visitors come for holidays. It's where locals and visitors alike enjoy the diving, the fishing, the camping, the recreational and commercial fishing, the boating. It's a resting ground for whales before migration north and south. It's a nursery habitat for many shelf species, such as the dusky whaler shark and our western rock lobsters as well. And we're going to see an enormous amount of aquatic environmental damage during the construction and, of course, the impact of electromagnetic fields in both the construction and operation. There will be undoubtedly an impact on bird life, and we're told by the department that we won't even know how many wind turbines in total. The area will simply be declared and then it'll develop from there. We're told that we don't even know what the exclusion zones will be. They could range from 50 metres to 500 around each turbine, 500 metres. We won't know what these are. The community will have this foisted on them, and we won't know what the exclusion zones are for at least 10 to 12 years after the approvals have been put in place. Too late. And this certainly will affect recreational boating and fishing and commercial fishing. So, you know, the social licence issue here, the consultation process has been absolutely appalling. But what we fear most is simply being rolled over, that Labor will be determined to steamroll us in the southwest, simply waving this through because it is a renewable energy project, without considering the damage that will occur in our local environment. And Geograph Bay is pristine. We get people, as I said, from all over the world. It is one of the most visited areas, not only in Western Australia, but I would say in Australia by domestic and overseas visitors. And over 7,600 square kilometres. And that's a number that I want people to consider. The sheer number and volume of wind turbines in Geograph Bay. And, of course, the heights alone really need to be seriously considered when looking at this when we talk to close to 300 metres in height and the effect on our natural environment.